Hey Dad, I'm here with my naturopath, and I was talking to him about your aluminum, and he was kind of sharing some info with me, and I just wanted to record it just so you could hear some of this, of what he's saying.
You want me? Can I hold it?
Yeah.
All right. So, hello, sir. This is Dr. Sharif. I was just talking about what happens to people that are exposed to heavy or large doses of aluminum on a long-term basis. What can happen in some cases, no, it doesn't always happen, but this can happen. Large doses of aluminum toxicity basically can cause these symptoms in patients, in people. At the top of the list would be extreme dryness throughout the body, inside and out. So on the outside, patients can have extremely dry skin, and on the inside, they can have extremely severe constipation, stubborn constipation to a point where basically patients can go for days without having a bowel movement. Although any level of constipation would qualify, would meet the criteria of being basically toxic with aluminum. So the other symptoms that can happen is paralysis. So the limbs can feel heavy at first, progressing to paralysis. Delayed nerve transmission can be a consequence of excessive aluminum or aluminum toxicity. So delayed nerve transmission, meaning the signal, say nerve signals don't transfer from one nerve to another efficiently. So the nerve transmission is delayed due to too much aluminum having poisoned the nervous system. So the dryness of the skin can cause, of course, discomfort. It can cause itching, but you don't necessarily have to have any kind of eruption on the skin. Let's see, what else can I talk about? So assuming you have been poisoned by aluminum, the way to a person can reverse that, there are different ways of treating that, but one of the ways would be to take homeopathic aluminum. Homeopathic aluminum can reverse aluminum toxicity. Now, of course, unfortunately, I can't treat you like this. You're not my patient, so this is not a treatment. I just want to be clear. If you were to do this, I would have to see you as a patient, get consent form so I can treat you. But assuming you have all these symptoms of aluminum toxicity, the way to reverse it would be to take homeopathic aluminum. And patients that have been poisoned by aluminum, a lot of these patients, they develop all kinds of neurological and or psychiatric problems. The neurological problems could be things like Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, any kind of like multiple sclerosis, paralysis. These are different types of neurological disorders, ataxia, and even psychological conditions like dementia or depression. And of course, the few things I mentioned earlier, like constipation and eczema. So hopefully you'll find this helpful. Oh, one thing I left out is on a mental level, if people are poisoned by aluminum, they can have mental dullness, foggy brain, they can't think straight. They feel dullness in their head, in their mind, disorientation. They can sometimes not be able to think of the right, the words when they're trying to speak. Of course, that happens with age, but people that have too much aluminum on board, it gets to be rather severe. And they feel extremely absent-minded, extremely weak memory, difficulty in concentration, and sometimes they can feel aggressive, like get aggressive impulses. So anyhow, hopefully this information is helpful to you, and I'd be honored to be of help if you ever choose to address this homeopathically. So this remedy, again, the medicine is called homeopathic alumina, but please don't try to use this remedy without consulting a homeopath, at least long distance by phone or something. So wish you the best. God bless.
Thank you.
You're welcome.